God is alive and He is living within everyone. I'm Sherry Nichols and I want to welcome you to The Miracle in You, a show that is dedicated to this truth. The Miracle in You will bring inspirational real-life stories from people just like you who have gone through traumatic events, challenging times, real tragedies. And you will discover how they went from feeling stuck and in despair to tapping into the power within to create a miracle. And the same is possible for you. Today, we have Jacque Book with us, and she is an author, a mindset coach, and a healer. And she is here with us today from beautiful Santa Barbara. She is going to be sharing a condition that she had, a rare condition that she had, that she experienced a miracle with that absolutely stumped the medical community and proved them wrong. So welcome, Jacque.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It is so great to have you here with us. So Jacque, you experienced this rare condition. Can you please tell us what was it and tell us more about it?
Absolutely. So I woke up one morning just not being able to get my breath and not feeling very well. I waited for my husband to wake up and said, "Can you kind of drive me over to the doctor?" And he said, "That's really strange. You've been sick before and you've never asked me to do that." And I said, I know. I'm not feeling well. I can't get my breath." And he goes, "Well, I have a 12 o'clock golf game." And I go, "No problem. You'll be on the course by 12. It's fine. Just like take me over." So we go over, and turns out that I get rushed by ambulance to the ER, and I have this angelic doctor come in named Dr. Boyat in Santa Barbara, and he was so kind and so sweet, and they were all telling me I had a heart attack. And he said, I don't think you had a heart attack. There's this really rare thing. It was named in Japan after the tsunami, and it's called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. We've got to do some tests, and we're not really sure yet, but they had a huge big TV screen in the ER room, and it showed the picture of my heart, and half my heart was not moving, and the other half was beating. So it's also called broken heart syndrome. And it was just shocking to me because I just thought, oh, maybe my chest is a little inflamed and I just, need some antibiotics or something. So it was quite shocking.
So broken heart syndrome, is this something that happens to anybody, and what causes it?
It is caused by a tremendous amount of stress hormones being released all at one time in your body, and it was described to me as it shocked my system and shocked my heart and caused it to quit beating. I was a lucky one in that some people die from it instantly, but half of my heart, was a go-getter, and it just kept pumping even though it was shocked the heck out of.
So stress.
Stress. Yeah.
So were you going through anything that was really stressful at that time? What do you think brought this on?
I believe that we've all been through trauma. I haven't met anybody in this human life that hasn't been through some sort of trauma at some point. And I was going through several experiences of trauma that I was trying to work through. And I thought I had it fine. I've got this. This is good. It'll be fine. Clearly I didn't. And that escalated into this huge stress bomb in my body, which then manifested itself as broken heart syndrome.
So there you are in the hospital, and I think you had said that you had not yet found out that it was broken heart syndrome, but you experienced something amazing in the hospital room. Can you share about that with us?
Absolutely. I didn't have hardly any energy with my heart beating so slowly. Didn't really eat, didn't really sleep, and was having a lot of visitors, which was a little bit overwhelming. I mean, I think that if you go visit somebody that's in the hospital, kind of keep that in mind. Stop by, say you love them, bring them their favorite roses or chocolate or something, but kind of leave not too long thereafter, because when people are healing in the hospital, they really can't handle long visitors. So I remember it being during that time, and there were probably 8 people in my room, and several conversations going in the same room, which happens, right? We're at a dinner party and lots of different people talk in different ways. So I was laying there in my bed, observing all of them. I wasn't talking because I was really tired, and all of a sudden I was out of my body at the corner of the ceiling with the three most beautiful guardian angels who I know are mine, who have been with me my whole life. And
What was that like for you?
the only way I can describe it is it was a love that I've never, ever, ever experienced. It was a happiness. It was like a feeling of being complete. Like you didn't need anything else in the world. They were kind, they were loving. If people know me, I have a personality like, okay, what's next? So I'm like, great, let's go. And they were like, no, we just came to talk with you.
And what was the conversation?
And so the conversation was, you chose to be in this human body to do really big work in the world. And it's time. We're not sure what you're waiting for. And I go, well, what does that mean? What do you mean it's time? What do you mean I have something big to do in the world? And they just said, well, you have to figure it out. And I said, no. I don't want to figure it out. Just tell me what it is. I'll go do it. I'll get it done. And then I'm back with you guys because this is amazing. And they laughed and they said, you're really funny and we like your sense of humor. But we can't tell you what that is. But you just need to listen. You need to listen to your thoughts. You need to listen to the messages that you get downloaded, and you'll figure it out. You'll figure out what it is. It's coming.
So Jacque, I'm sure you went home then and thought about this, and what came to you? What was the message from that extraordinary experience?
At that point, I was just doing a lot of resting and realizing that I needed to probably do some more self-care, that I needed to clean up my messes that were this unresolved trauma, that I needed to take care of myself, that I needed to rest and eat well and get back on my feet in a better sense of myself.
Like so many women, probably.
Right.
Taking care of everybody else.
Absolutely. I took care of everyone.
And realizing that this is your time for you.
Right.
So was that difficult for you to make that switch?
Yes. There were some trying times that went along with that. I had to really kind of be careful who I was around. When, we're all energy and we have high energy and low energy. And at that point, my energy was pretty low because of this, medical experience. And so I just was cautious. I was cautious. Even at home, I would have visitors and I would, it's a beautiful butterfly flying by. I would, kind of limit it, like 30 minutes max, 20 minutes was really better. And so I kind of, cocoon's not the right word, but I just kind of went within and was soul searching for what was next.
Okay. From that point, tell us what was the next part of that healing journey for you?
So because I had this medical disorder and it involved my heart, I had to go in and have an echocardiogram. So it was about 3 months later, and I go into the office, and I am the youngest person in the waiting room because most people, they see a cardiologist, are really in their 70s and 80s. And so I'm like cheerful and talking to people, and we go in and they do an echocardiogram test, and my husband and I are waiting, and the doctor came in and he goes, well, I just want to, look at this test, and there's this little part of your heart tissue and it's dead, and once heart tissue is dead, it's dead. It's just dead. It's not going to come back to life. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing we can do, but you'll still live a long life. I don't want you to worry about it.
Okay. So what was your thought when they told you that? Because I know when most people, if a doctor told them something or tells them something, they believe it.
Right.
So
what
was your thought?
I didn't believe it. Something intuitively told me, don't believe that. That's not true.
And why? Why? What was different for you? Why weren't you buying what they were telling you?
It was just something that was being told to me in my inner voice was saying, that's not true.
What you mean, like intuition?
Intuition. Yeah, intuition.
So what direction did you go from that then?
So from there, it took me about a week, and I just decided that there's no way that's true for me. Because especially, I've just had this experience where my guardian angels have told me that I have a big job to do. Well, I'm going to need my heart full and intact in order to go forward with that mission. And I remembered something that somebody had told me a while back, that you could heal yourself. And they didn't really, that was all they said. And I'm like, so I just sat and thought about that. What does that mean? And what does that look like? And I just came up with a plan of what I was going to do. It's a little bit out there.
So please share with us. I'm curious what you did, because I'm sure there are so many people watching that have received, diagnoses and feel like this is it.
Right.
So it sounds like you figured something out that helped you move through it, and I'd love you to share that. Tell us about it.
I have a couple of practices. One of the things that I do, gratitude is one of the highest energies that we can resonate with in the world, and I believe that that also keeps us healthy, resonating in that energy. And so in the morning, before I open my eyes every morning, I have a gratitude practice, and I think of 5 things that I'm grateful for. And I try to make them different each day. And some days when you don't feel good, it's that I had a bed to sleep in. I woke up today. It could be very simple, or it could be that, I get to go to Malibu today and be on Sherry's show. Like, how exciting is this? Who would believe? So that's one of the things that I do. And then the other thing is, I just had this memory of someone told me that you could heal yourself, and it had to do with light, but they didn't really go into detail of what that looked like. And so I just started really meditating on it and thinking about it, and what would that look like for me, and how would I go about doing that? And so I came up with a meditation light practice. And I believe that whenever you institute something, a change in your life, that you should attach it to some sort of practice. Like for me, the gratitude practice is when I wake up. Hopefully I wake up every day and I do the gratitude practice.
So like a ritual.
A ritual, okay. Right. And so when I do the light healing, I did it in the shower. Partly because water is really, really healing, and it really helps us cleanse ourselves and get our ions back in the right order in our body. I also believe that our brains, we really use 20% of them, and our brain is really, really strong and smart. And so if we truly believe something, I believe that our brain has something to do with creating new pathways and then creating whatever that is in our body that we believe to be true and we want to happen. What we focus on manifests.
So this sounds really interesting, this light that you were bringing into your body. Can you share a little bit more about that? First of all, how incredible that you are in this place where you've been diagnosed with, this is just dead tissue, and it's not going to, part of your body's dead. It's not going to regenerate.
Yeah, not good news.
Not good news. I mean, most people would be devastated. And you just didn't listen. And you decided, you know what? You listened to that intuitive voice, that God within that said, no, you can heal this. And so you stepped into that. So what does that process look like?
So the process looks like that I imagine the top of my head opening up to receive this beautiful healing light. And I imagine that the light is coming from the farthest heavens, and it is like a big beam. I used to watch Star Trek when I was younger, so if you can imagine, I like to give visuals so it's easier. So the big beam, usually the transport someone. I wasn't transporting, but I was transporting the healing, into my body, and I go through a process of it clearing anything that has attached itself, anything that is negative, any sort of toxin. Think about all the toxins in our clothes, in our environment, and in our yard. We're all subject to it. We all go through it in our lives. But for me, I just believed that I could clear all of that stuff from my body, and that I could heal this part of my heart tissue that was dead.
So you really focused on that inner knowing.
Each and every day.
Yeah, each and every day you did this. And I know when we were talking that you mentioned that when you connected with the light of God, that it had a certain symbol. Can you share what that is? Because I think this is fascinating.
Yes. So I was at a seminar about 3 years ago with Jacque. He was one of my mentors. I worked for him for a while, and we were in a meditation, and in the meditation, I was already doing the light healing, and but and different light, the light from a certain thing, and I'll go into that definition, has a different shape for me. So the light for God is a diamond, and with little lines all the way around the diamond. And I thought, oh, okay. I was already bringing in the light of the universe, the light of my guardian angels, and that meditation told me that I was now to bring in the light of God when doing my healing. And I went to lunch, and I was with these two girls that I just met at lunch, and we were enjoying our lunch, and we went back into the seminar. We sat next to each other because we'd been talking at lunch, and we had notebooks. So we opened our notebooks on our lap. There's my drawing of the shape. It doesn't say anything about what it is. The girl next to me has the same exact drawing in her book. I'm like, what is that? She goes, oh, it was the light of God. It came to me in the meditation. The other girl sitting next to her, 16, has the same picture in her book. We look at her. We're all looking at each other going, you can't make this up.
No.
It's not possible.
Right.
You know?
Can't. You can't. And,
Yeah.
and of course, I'm in love with it because I was given a vision that within each of us is a diamond, and that is God's stone. So I love how this information is coming through at such a rapid pace to so many people now.
Absolutely.
To really bring about a shift and a change. So Jacque, you do this meditation on a daily basis, bringing in those 3 beautiful light energies. Tell us what happened after that.
So a year later, I go back in to my doctor, my beautiful doctor who I just adore, and I have an echocardiogram. And my husband was with me, and I go back in the room, and then you're waiting. They have to read the test and everything, and I'm waiting, and then I'm starting to get a little bit nervous because, like, it's been a really long time. Like, what are they doing in there? Yeah. And of course, your brain doesn't always go to the most positive thing when they've been a really long time, right? And so the doctor comes in, and he sits down, and he goes, I don't know how to tell you this. Tell me what? Tell me what? And he said, well, we looked at your echocardiogram from it was a year ago. We see the dead heart tissue. Same technician, same machine, same doctor, same office. We're looking at the picture today of your heart. Jacque, we looked at it from 10 different angles. Your heart tissue is not dead. Your heart tissue is completely alive. And I'm like, yes,
I just got the chills
because
from that. That's phenomenal.
because I heal myself. And he goes, I don't want to know about it. But keep doing it, whatever you do, because it is not in any medical journal. It's not possible. I've never heard of it. But don't stop. Whatever the heck you're doing, keep doing it.
That is amazing, Jacque. Now, how long ago did this happen?
That happened, it will be 5 years this coming December. I had just turned 50, which for me is a milestone. A lot of people are upset about turning 50, and I'm like, yes, let's go. I cannot care about as much as what I say to people. Like, I can speak my truth and so on and so forth. But, you know, I have to say that for me, I used both modalities. I used the Western doctor, and I used the healing properties of the Eastern medicine also. I just wanted to share that. And the doctors have asked me to come back every year to have a test just to make themselves feel better. I mean, I know I'm healed. It's not a doubt at all. As a byproduct, I had rheumatoid arthritis at the time and had suffered since I was 32. And as a byproduct, all of a sudden I realized I didn't need to take my, I won't say the drug, I didn't need to take my drugs anymore that were pretty radical that I was putting in my body because I didn't have it anymore.
You were healed
I was
from the
healed
light.
for both.
That is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Is there anything else that you experienced as far as, you know, a miracle that you would classify as a miracle through that experience?
I think the miracle for me is the all-knowing that there is a way bigger presence in the universe. And it is very clear from my guardian angels to healing my heart to getting messages for the path that I need to continue on. And I think that it taught me that presence is always there, and that presence is always giving us the right information, and it's all inside of us, and we all know what that is, but sometimes we get too busy in our lives and we don't listen. And so to take the time each day to try to slow down and listen.
So Jacque, I want to circle back. You had mentioned earlier about this amazing love that you experienced. Can you elaborate on that and what that meant to you?
I can. Again, I feel energy, and I am an energy believer, and I understand the concept of how to raise your energy with the law of attraction and things like that from my studies and things I've learned. And love that love. I love my husband. I love my kids. I love my life. I have great friends. I have a great life. But it was infinitely bigger than that. And it's hard to describe something that big.
I have heard from people that have had near-death experiences that we don't have the words, and that's what I'm hearing from you, is you don't have a word to describe it. But can you explain, maybe give us an idea of what it felt like?
It was a warm, bright light. It was, I don't know. It was like the hug from your grandma, or
Unconditional
love, knowing that you fit.
Beautiful.
Knowing that you fit. And because of that experience, I know a lot of people are afraid of dying. I'm not afraid anymore, because if that's what I get to go to, sorry peeps, I love you, but I don't mind going there too.
So in this experience, Jacque, how did it impact your life?
It impacted my life in a lot of ways. Mostly it just gave me my vision and my mission. So my mission is to help women. I want to support them. I want to inspire them. I want for them to just live the best possible life that they can live. And I feel that I actually have been given the tools to do that. You know, I want them to live an active life. I want them to live a spiritual life. I want them to be happy, and they can, because happy is a choice, which is a whole nother show.
That is a whole nother show, but that's a powerful point, that we choose the way we want to feel. Yeah. So I'm sure a lot of people out there are very curious about this practice that you adapted that led to the healing of that dead tissue heart. I would love to have you take us through an experience of that.
Absolutely.
So that no matter what is going on, you know, for those of you watching, whether you're going through a health issue, whether you're going through a relationship issue, whether you're going through a financial issue, whether you're going through a career issue, whatever it is, whether you're just battling thoughts that, you know, are incessantly going through your mind and they're toxic and you want to just be rid of them, I would love you to share this practice, this meditation, so that people can really have this as a tool.
So this is my healing light meditation, and I normally do it in the shower, but right now I'm sitting. And the reason I do it in the shower, because the shower is very healing, and it is somewhere that I go by myself. Nobody bothers me. My family knows to not talk to me. I don't have a phone call. Nobody's at the door, nothing. It's just my time. It's my time to be one with the light and have the light flow through. So for me, my light is a royal blue, kind of like this. Interesting that I wore this color today. And so I'd like you to pick a color for you. Whatever that light is, we're going to talk about you bringing that light into your head. So I'd like you to close your eyes and take a really big, deep cleansing breath. And out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And I'd like you to imagine that there are two flaps at the top of your head, and you open them up, and a beautiful healing light from the heavens comes down through the atmosphere, through your house, into the top of your head. And that light is going to flow all the way through your body and out your feet and out into the middle of the universe. And as that light enters the top of your head, imagine it swirling a little bit to the left, just gently swirling in a counterclockwise position. And it's flowing through your head. It's flowing through your body. very gently. It's flowing through your legs and your feet and out into the middle of the universe. And as that light is coming into your body and flowing through your body, it's taking with it any negativity, any toxins, any thoughts, any negative words that you might have heard and let attach to your body. And it's clearing all of those things into the middle of the universe. And every once in a while, as it cleanses through your body, you're letting that disperse, because you don't want those negative toxins to attach themselves to anybody else or anything else. They're not good for you. They're not good for anybody. And as that light is flowing through you and circling, if there's anywhere in your body that you have a little bit of a stiff shoulder or a sore throat, or for me, I was healing my heart, and so I would like you to stop in those spaces a little bit and let it circle for a little bit longer. And it's flowing from the heavens down into the top of your head. Whatever light feels right to you. For me, it's a blue light swirling around, clearing and cleansing all of my genes, all of my muscles, all of my blood, all of my body, all of my brain and my thoughts, and flowing it all out into the middle of the universe. Take a deep breath in and out. Now bring in the light of God. For me, the light of God is a triangle with lots of lines going towards the triangle, all the way around the triangle. It's a bright golden light. It's a light of love. So breathe in that beautiful light of God. Exhale. Relax and let that beautiful love light come into your body. And into your soul. This meditation is very individual. So what does that light of God look like for you? What color is the light? What shape is the light? Does it remind you of anything, something you've seen before or held in your hand before? Does it give you a feeling when you're bringing that light into your body and then into your soul? Take a deep breath in and out. And remember, you can revisit this meditation at any time, anywhere, when you need a little bit extra energy, when you need a little bit extra guidance from our guides, when you need to clear a thought that's kind of stuck in your body and you can't seem to let go. Hopefully, all of this will help you do that. And when you're ready, come back into your body and wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers, move your head, and open your eyes when you're ready.
Wow. Jacque, that was amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
It was amazing. I could really feel, especially, it was so special for me because originally I saw Jesus at the top, just showering us with his light and his love, and different colors coming through, really cleansing, really cleansing the body, and almost like you were talking about the shower, just like pouring through and flowing out. And my whole body feels energized.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
How do you feel now?
I feel calm energy.
Right.
It's not a chaotic, frenzied energy. It's a
No.
calm energy. And my hands are tingling. And my tippy toes are tingling.
Yay.
That was awesome. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for letting me share. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
This is a fabulous, fabulous gift and tool that you've given everybody. And I know that you have specifically put this on your site. So for those of you watching, not only did you have the opportunity to go through this with Jacque in this moment, but she has done something very precious for you, and she has put it on her site just for you. And you can access that. There'll be a link below this that you can access so that you can take yourself through this beautiful meditation whenever you want to heal whatever you want. So Jacque, I want to thank you so much for being with us. This has been an incredible journey of healing that you have shared with us, to go from having this rare condition of broken heart syndrome to having an out-of-body experience where you were able to meet with your angels and receive the message that you had so much to do on this planet and experience that gift of unconditional love, and then to move through that and to know that you could heal no matter what any of the medical profession said to you, and to listen to that voice within, to tune in to the God within, and know that that was far more powerful than anything that was going on in your life.
Yeah, we kind of proved that, didn't we?
Oh my gosh, did you ever? Thank you for sharing that, and for, you know, and again, it's both Eastern and Western, but we have so much more power than we know.
We absolutely do. We
So-
absolutely do. And it's interesting that they call it broken heart syndrome, because I don't ever describe it that way. I describe it as my heart broke wide open so that I could find my true voice and my true calling and my true purpose to help women in the world who are hurting.
Oh, that is so beautiful, and no doubt this will absolutely do just that. So I really appreciate you sharing. It's been such a huge gift to have you with us today.
It's been my
And-
pleasure, and I'm just so grateful to have had this beautiful experience.
So for those of you who may still be wondering, how do I connect with that source within, which I call your diamond power, which is the God within. Now, Jacque gave you a wonderful way to bring that light within your body and to clear out things that are not in alignment with your highest self. If you're still wondering though, beyond that, how do I connect with that power within so that I too can create a miracle in my life? I have a very special gift for you that will help you connect with what I call your diamond power, which is that God within each of you. All you have to do is click on the link below. It is my special diamond power meditation, and it is designed specifically to help you really connect so that you can build a foundation with that power that lives within you and create those miracles that you would really welcome into your life. In addition, if you or anyone you know has a miracle that you would like to share, we want to hear it.
Absolutely.
We want to hear it. So click on the link below, send it to us, and you may be the next miracle that we share. Until then, believe in the miracle in you.